Hi everyone, it's Maggie and I am starting a new project and I thought I would um, start it off with a kind of a how-to or how I um, make a fabric book. Now I do have an old tutorial from start to finish on a fabric book, but this um, this one I'm doing differently than that type, from in the past. So if you watched my last video, I showed this book here, the Grungy Chic Journal, and um, I used. You're not even going to be able to really see. Well, anyway, I used. Let me see if. Well, yeah, I guess you could see it a little bit on. Wait a minute, I have a blank page here somewhere. Okay, I basically used these pieces here as the pages. Now I had a similar piece of what I think might have been a tablecloth, and so I cut it up in the same way, and I'm going to kind of make it like this, but the book will be completely different. It's not going to be grungy. Um, so anyway, here's the here's the fabric here, right here. And the only thing I did ahead of time was I sewed it down the middle, just to get a start on my sewing machine. So I took three double pieces here, one, two, three, and then I cut up this piece of a doily runner, and that's the middle. And then all I did was I sewed it down the middle on my sewing machine. And I'll let you know some of these pieces that I'm going to be using were all handmade. This one also. They were handmade by a friend's. I forget if she said it was her great grandmother or her grandmother. Um, she's a little bit younger than I am, so it could have been either or. But I know they're in way beyond vintage, but I think they're close to antique now because I think they were done 50 years, well, a little, maybe for antique it has to be, maybe it wasn't 100 years, but anyways, they're definitely vintage. She made them, she crocheted them over 50 years ago. So um, that's the middle part. And also they sat in an attic at my friend's home for over 30 years. And she had contacted me. She works with my daughter in the dental office. And she asked me if I would want um, her, I'm going to call her grandmother, her grandmother's doilies for my crafting. And I said, well, sure, I'll take them. And I said, but you do know what I do with them, right? I do cut them up. And she said, oh, that's fine. I'd rather have them be used than sitting up in the attic, for the next 30, 40 years. So I said, okay, then. And this is actually the second um, bundle that she sent me when her and her husband retired and were moving to I think, a condo versus their home. She had sent me a bag, and then a few months ago, or several, might be several by now, she sent my daughter over with another bag that she had found after they moved. So lucky me, and I mean really lucky. Um, this was part of a runner also that she hand crocheted her grandmother. The work is just beautiful, and I know some cringe and say, how can you cut those up? But sometimes you just have to in order to use, you know, what to repurpose. Let's put it that way. You want to repurpose things. You don't want them sitting in an attic or, in a hutch for 20 or 30 years and never get used. So yeah, that's why I'm okay with cutting certain things up. There are certain things I've come across that for some reason or whatever, I can't or couldn't cut up, but it's very few things, honestly, that I do feel like, okay, I can't do this. So anyway, so here's the book. So this will be the cover, and then there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the middle. I'll probably leave the middle blank. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the back cover. And that's a pretty good amount. My other fabrics, because I doubled up the pages together, were usually only, I think, I want to say 6 pages. So I know this is going to be boring, but hopefully it's going to be short after I stop talking. I've already into it 6 minutes and really wasn't planning on doing that. But anyways, I felt it needed an explanation. So yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to build on these pages to build the page up. So they're just not like floppy. And I also want them a little bit on the layered side. So I have my glue gun on. And what I think I'm going to do is, and I hate to cover this up, but you have to in order to strengthen it. So I'm going to take these two. No, I want it to go this way. I'm going to take these two, and I'm going to use front to back. So let me move this so I don't glue pages together. And so this will help strengthen it. And then when I put something on the other side, it will make it even stronger. The cover is going to be strong anyways because there'll be several layers once I decide on if I'm going to put an image, if I'm going to put more trims, or if I'm going to put appliques. And before I forget now, because I'm just rambling on, I have this piece, and this is from usually all the trims and appliques and flowers and that I use are from Crafty Me Shop, so I won't keep saying that. All right, so but this is going to go on the bottom. I want this on the bottom, and that will flatten out. So let me quickly glue this to the bottom. And I'll also just lengthen the cover a little bit too. So let me, hopefully I've been in frame, although I was just showing, so I guess that's okay. All right, so I'm just going to lightly hot glue. Yes, a couple of viewers had asked me, if I could show how I make my fabric book, so I thought this would be a good chance to do that. And I always say you don't need a lot of hot glue as long as you really put those fibers together when you're gluing fabric on fabric. I just find hot glue is a lot easier fabric on fabric. I'll use Fabri-Tac if I have to make a spine for when I do the hidden signatures, but otherwise I always use the hot glue. All right, let me move this. Now let's get, almost did that wrong, didn't I? Oh my goodness. It's February and motorcycles are out because It's like, well, actually, it's only 36 degrees, but um, was it yesterday it was 62? I think it was yesterday it was 62 here, or the day before, and it broke a over 100-year-old record, I think they said, for being that warm in February. Isn't that crazy? And yesterday, my granddaughter, who just turned 17 a couple months ago, had all her wisdom teeth out yesterday. She's doing good though. I guess she didn't wake up from the anesthesia too. Well, I mean, she woke up from it, but she wasn't too happy. I guess she was a little combative, and she didn't know where she was. She thought she was I guess she thought she was at a restaurant, and was telling my daughter-in-law that the service was really bad. Oh my gosh. She wanted to videotape her too, waking up, because there have been some funny little videos out there from kids waking up from anesthesia when they get their wisdom teeth out. But the doctor's office says, no, we don't allow that. And then, my daughter is a dental hygienist. She teaches off and on at the college that she got her master's. And so she asked Maddie, can you ask them to let you have your wisdom teeth? I'd really like to see them. And believe it or not, my daughter's 40, what is she, 44 now? And she still has her wisdom teeth from when she had hers out in college. But anyway, they also said, no, we don't do that either. So my daughter was disappointed, but I don't think my daughter-in-law was. But can you imagine? No, we don't do that. Okay, good. I thought I had put that on backwards because I wasn't paying attention. Actually, yes, I did put it on backwards. So I think what I might do is just add another layer correctly. That's one way to correct it. It's using twice as much, but oh well. And I think what I'll do is, let's see, yeah, I think I'll just kind of have it hang down a little bit lower than the other one. So there you saw my first mistake. And I think I'm still making it. Am I? No, wait a minute. Maybe this is, it's, wow, you can't really hardly tell if it's, backwards or not. Sorry, I know I'm taking up time. All right, let me look at it really. Because see, here's some shiny, shiny, shiny. And usually it's all dull. But these little flowers are how I think you can tell. They don't, yeah, okay. So let me look at these flowers. No, I did have it right. All right, so I don't have to double it. Although maybe I want to anyway. You know what? Maybe I will anyway. It'll only take a couple extra minutes. Okay. So let me look again, make sure. Yep. Yes. Okay. So do I want to do it like that? All right. I guess I can do it like that. But oh my gosh, this may not see YouTube. Just depends on how many more mistakes I make, and if it ends up being too long for such a boring thing as just watching somebody hot glue pieces together. So yeah, it's 36 degrees, but the sun is out, so that's nice. I don't have to go anywhere today, so that's nice also. Saturdays around here can be really traffic and all that. I try not to, unless my daughter comes over and picks me up to go somewhere. I really don't enjoy driving on the weekends. Okay, so let's finish this part up quick. So you really want to mash those fibers together, and then it's not coming off. Okay, let's cut this off now. So it won't be a start to finish, but I will tape the important parts, parts that I think, a beginner needs to know when making a fabric book. Okay, now let's, how far are we? 17 minutes. Okay. I was going to say I may only get to the cover. Let me see how this is going to look now. Now on this page I'll be adding more on the top, so it's not going to, and this, okay, all right. So for now, quickly, so just so you get the idea, I'm just going to put some glue in the middle of these doilies, because that will, whoops, let me get this page. I keep forgetting to do that. That will keep it from coming off, moving around, and then when I get to the final stages, I go back and I check to see if there's any areas that need a little bit more glue, so that pieces are tacked down really well. But this is good for, and I probably will put something on the spine for this one. I do want it to be different from the last one anyway. Okay. I do like it too with this double. It just gives it a little more. And again. Oh my gosh. You think I would be used to this by now. So I am trying to be really back into crafting more and doing a few more videos. I should have put some in the middle of this one too on the other side, but that's okay. It's not going to go anywhere anyway. Okay, so that part is done. So I know I hated covering that up. Actually, what I could do is I could cut out another square and put it on top. And you know what? I think that's what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to do it on camera because then I have to go get it, and that's just going to take more time. All right, so that's the start. Now, I think what I will do until the next video in this, where you see that I'm building up the pages, I think what I might do off camera is find some more different pieces, and I'm trying to find all vintage pieces, just like, like this is vintage. I brought this out because I was thinking of doing this on the cover, and then it was just too big. But if I cut into the square, what I could do, just to show you, if I cut all around that, or even just cut up the middle, I could still use this. But on an inner, let me see if on one of these inner pages, or actually I would do two. So like this here, see, like that. I could leave this on the side, and I think maybe that's what I'm going to do. So I'll adhere these two, and I need to find some others. So that's what I'll do off camera, and then when I do the next video, I'll show you what pieces I used and how they look on the pages. And if I do any more, add any more, I don't think I'll add any more on the cover besides for now, except for another one of these pieces here, because I want to do the cover on camera. I have no idea what I'm going to do for the cover yet. So anyways, that's it for, let's just call it part one, and it'll be a short series, and each videos, whether they're 3 videos or 6 videos, which it'll never be that many, but they'll all be under a half an hour. So hopefully that can, I know it's hard to, watch videos that are a lot longer, mainly because there's so many videos out there. I have that problem when I'm, I watch videos every night, and, there's not enough hours sometimes to watch them all. So the ones that are like an hour long, I might like skip a little bit here and there, and then but watch the important parts and the whole thing. And then the shorter ones I can get through pretty quickly. But I know it's hard to watch everybody's, so I do appreciate it if you're watching. And when anybody comments, if I don't have time to comment back, if there's questions, I always try anyway to answer the questions, and at least put up a heart for each comment, so that I did read the comment. And then yeah, so if you'd like, you can leave a comment. If you have any questions, put them in, down in the comment part. And I'll be back again soon with another video. So I'll just say bye for now.